Good morning and welcome to Morning Now. I'm Pratibha. We are keeping our focus on Pahalgam and the aftermath of it. The more things change, the more they remain the same. One idiom that stands true for a group of people whose sworn allegiance is to their vote bank, above people, above national security, and even above justice. In fact, a series of utterances since the 22nd of April at Pahalgam attack stand evidence to this very tendency, and the latest is the death of a 23-year-old man in Kulgam. So let's tell you what actually happened and what is this latest political flashpoint about. Here is what happened. Imtiaz is a 23-year-old who led a joint team of army and the police to an alleged terror hideout. Now, he was helping the officials. The police sources say that he went to a hideout spot during a cordon and search operation and was in fact under the close supervision of a drone camera. In fact, McGrath, according to the police sources, jumped to escape via the river route. And sources say that the victim had helped in also busting a terror hideout on the 23rd of April as well. So these are the details of what has actually happened. And then the body was sent for a medico-legal formality. But the leaders from NC and the PDP have already drawn their conclusions. And as always, the templated response is in sync with "we will doubt the forces" ideology. The PDP president, Mehbooba Mufti, sees serious foul play in this instance, alleging that Imtiaz was in fact picked up 2 days ago. And this case was a part of a larger series of arbitrary arrests, home demolitions and even targeting of innocent civilians. That's the statement that has come in from the opposition, claiming that they're all innocent civilians. The National Conference MP Syed Aga Rahullah also seconded Mufti's claim that McGrath was picked up by the security forces days ago and was returned to his family lifeless. In fact, he sees a pattern of abuse and speaks of arbitrary detentions, custodial killings and even torture. The Jammu and Kashmir Minister Sakina has also visited the family of the man and after that demanded a judicial probe into the death.
ये बड़ी बदकिस्मती की बात है क्योंकि छोटा लड़का जो बेचारा मजदूरी करता था, एक गरीब घर से ताल्लुक़ रखता था, अभी 15 दिन पहले ही ये वापस आया है बाहर से मजदूरी करके। कुछ दिन पहले, 2 दिन पहले इसको उठा के ले गए जो भी पार्टी थी, और फिर घर वाले भी गए, किसी कैंप में था ये भी बाग, वहाँ पे उससे बात की है और उन्होंने कहा हम इसको छोड़ देंगे। लेकिन आज सुबह जब लोग उठे तो उनको इन्फॉर्म किया गया कि कोई डेड बॉडी जो है वो किसी नाले में है। दहशत का माहौल जो है वो पैदा किया जा रहा है। और मैं आपके माध्यम से साहब को गुजारिश करना चाहूँगी कि ये जो इम्तियाज़ अहमद हैं जिसको घर से लिया गया और बाद में उसकी लाश जो है उसको बरामद किया गया है, इसको जुडिशियल इंक्वायरी जो है वो होनी चाहिए।
And remember, this is not the first time that representatives from these parties, dubbed Lashkar-e-Pak by the BJP earlier, have been found shedding tears for those who are violating the law, while doubting the version that is given by the state. Whether it's the deportation of Pakistanis living illegally in India or the demolition of houses of active terrorists, the BJP is now citing this track record to accuse abettors of indulging in dirty politics.
उसकी वीडियो फुटेज सामने है और सभी को पता भी है, और उसमें करंट होने के कारण से वो उसमें बह गया। लेकिन अब जो कश्मीर के नेता हैं या महबूबा मुफ्ती है, बार बार से ये इल्ज़ाम लगा रही है कि इसकी जांच की जाए। वो भागना चाहता था पुलिस से, पुलिस ने तो पूछना तो है ही, लेकिन इसके बाद भी इस प्रकार का जो है इसको राजनीतिक वो हथियार बना करके इसको इस्तेमाल करते हैं, जो कि गलत है।
So the BJP has called out the opposition leaders for making these statements. My colleagues Sabyasachi and Yavar join us on the broadcast with the details of the politics that's playing out. Sabyasachi, I want to begin with you on the fact that the opposition leaders have done this time and again. In fact, over the last few days as well, the kind of statements that we have seen from, in fact, Abdullah Senior to Mehbooba Mufti seem to be in favor of those who are said to be aiding terror. In this case as well, it's no different, with several political leaders coming out to say that this is unfortunate because this is a custodial killing. What are the details?
Well, that's right. The opposition, particularly the NC and the PDP, has been questioning the central government. Now, earlier, both the political parties had in fact put out a post in social media X stating that the innocent people should not be targeted. Now, amid this suicide, now these political parties are blaming the central government, stating that there are serious allegations of foul play and this needs to be investigated thoroughly, a fair trial. In fact, both the political parties have demanded for a judicial investigation into this matter. Remember, not only the PDP but NC as well as other political parties are raking up on the same line, where they are saying that the innocent Kashmiris are being targeted by the forces in Jammu and Kashmir, and this should not happen. And these opposition parties have been maintaining their stand.
Absolutely. And to get a sense of what the situation is on ground, Yawar is also on the broadcast with us. And Yawar, the claim that has been made by many of these leaders is that innocent Kashmiris are being tortured. Put things in context, give us the details of who this man was, why he was helping the forces find the terror hideouts, and finally, of course, it led to his death. But take us through the details of who he actually is, because the opposition leaders were quite quick to say that innocents are being targeted by the forces.
Well, exactly. If we talk about the death of the Imtiaz Magre in the Kulgam, it has widely stoked a controversy in the Kashmir Valley. Basically, according to the locals, he was coming back from outside the valley over certain days back. Now, the police sources are indicating that he was having a tip of at least 2 hideouts of the Pakistani militants in the upper east of particular area where this incident has unfolded, and was leading the security forces to this particular area. And to give a slip to the security forces, and in order to break the cordon and flee from area, he jumps into Vashud Nala, that's in the Kulgam, and eventually it has all captured in a drone footage. Sources also suggest that the operation was closely being monitored through the drones, and this drone has helped to capture that moment when he jumped into the area. That's what the police sources are saying. In fact, they also said that yes, he was in OGW and was having a tip off about these militants in the reach. That's when he gets ready to cooperate with the security agencies, of leading them towards the suspect hideout where this incident has unfolded. Now, this has widely stoked a controversy in the Kashmir Valley, from the National Conference to the PDP. Let's go first to the National Conference. The MP Agha Ruhollah said that Kashmir can't become the collateral damage aftermath of the Pahalgam strike. So as the Education Minister in the Umar Abdullah government, Sakina Yattu, which is her native village, she said that an impartial judicial probe should be done. And atmosphere of intimidation is being created after this incident has unfolded. So as the Mahbooba Mufti took to her social media post, said that it has warranted for the impartial probe, and the locals have informed that he was picked up by the security forces some days back. So this is the scene that has been witnessed all across, that the local parties, they are demanding impartial judicial probe into this matter, which is the death of the Imtiaz Magre. So as the BJP, they have came down heavily on the regional parties, saying that why to shed tears for those who have provided shelter to the militants in the Kashmir Valley. So a lot of the developments are taking place in the Kashmir Valley after the body of Imtiaz was recovered yesterday at the Vashud Nala in the Kulgam. Back to you.
Because that begs the question, where were these concerns for the innocent civilians who lost their lives, for the opposition leaders to now talk about humanitarian concerns? Why did they not speak up when several victims lost their lives? Stay with us. In fact, we have more breaking